It's Google, number one, search engine, right? And then it's YouTube. And YouTube is owned by Google. So it is also a search engine. So when your clients are looking for things, they're going to go either to Google or YouTube because that's where people are. And if you miss out on the opportunity to be part of that, so we have a little echoing going on here. Okay. I don't know what my technical team is doing, but you can hear me twice now.
That way they're definitely getting the message.
That's
Dori.
right. Getting the message across. Video. Yeah. You need to hear me.
You guys?
You need to hear me twice. Now Tara needs to come to fix it. Okay, we're fixed. All right. Boys. And then 78% of people watch online videos every week and 55% view online videos every day. So there you go. That's why you really need to do videos. I was just talking about this to my mastermind members, actually. We're going through how to 10x your business, right? And one of the things is all positioning. It's the way you present yourself to the public, the fact that you are everywhere. And that's what you really need to do. And there's not an easier way to be everywhere than to do videos.
Right. All righty, Dori. So let me start with some kind of statements and questions to you. So let's get started with the types of videos that people can have on their websites. Because that's, I mean, we get that question all the time because we're building websites and they're like, I don't know which type to put on there.
Yeah.
So what's your insight to that?
One of the first things they need to do is do a welcome video on the homepage. And your welcome video should be right there where people can see it as soon as they come to your homepage. And it should be a welcome and then an introduction of what you do in your facility and take them on tour. Actually, you know, you said something funny to me the other day. You were telling me during a coaching call that somebody did a video.
That's right.
Of their place and they didn't say anything. They just like took the camera around and just like
walking through. And I was like, okay.
They're like, yeah, we did a video. I'm like, okay, but for a homepage, that video really should be professionally done just for your homepage. The rest can be homemade, whatever, but really for that, because it's the first impression that you are making on your visitors. So when they find you, the last thing you want is just take an iPhone and just go like this for a tour. That's not what I'm talking about. Right. So it should be a welcome. It should be your message. What do you do? How do you transform people's lives? How do you make an impact on your consumers? And then introduce them to what you actually do there, how you help people. And then have a call to action at the end of that video. We were just sharing the structure of a video just a few minutes ago. So you really need to have a great welcome video right on your homepage to introduce people what you do there. Now, if you just do that, you're already beating the competition because your competition does not have that. So at least start there with a professionally done video for your homepage. So that's one. But the list goes on. I mean, there are so many different videos I'm sure we'll talk about that you can do all the time.
You know, and one thing
we have a question.
We do. Cheryl actually asked, she said, do I need to, I'm the business owner, do I need to be featured in the video, or can I just do an audio and visual walkthrough?
So that's a good question. People like to do business with people, not places. So anytime you can put a face with the business, like, could you imagine, like when you think of InSPAration management, who do you think of?
Dori Soukup.
Dori Soukup. And that's how it should be, because I'm the face of the company, right? So do you want to be the face of the company? If that's the case, then you need to be doing the videos. If you don't want to be the face of the company, then my suggestion is to give it a face. You should not just show the place without a face. That's not going to be as impactful. People like to put a face with who the business is, which brings me to the next thing that I need to point out is it's important who you select to do the videos. The last thing you want is to spend money on a video production, have one of your team members come and do the video, and then a couple weeks later they left. You don't want that. So for your home page, your professionally done video, if you don't want to be the face, then I would suggest you hire a model, somebody that can come in, be the face of your company, and then do it that way. That way you don't have to worry about that team member not being there and not being able to use that video anymore because they're working down the street. So this is a very important point. I'm so glad she asked that question because it could really make a big, big difference.
Well, one of my favorite things about, number one, being a team member at InSPAration Management is from the day I've met you, you always use the word welcome. I remember going to trade shows, and even when our members walked in our door this morning, we welcomed them. And to me, every time I say it, it gives me butterflies and goosebumps. But it's like, oh my gosh, imagine a video on a homepage just saying welcome to our medical spa. It's like, I want to go there. And it's that personal touch that I love that we do. So, and again, like you said, it's going to be the difference of their competition or them having that personal connection.
Yes, for sure. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, absolutely. And keep them coming. If you're with us live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, submit your questions. Sarah's here with us and she'll get them over to Dori and then we'll get them answered for you, and as well as Zoom.
Yes.
So now let's talk about push and pull marketing, right? It's a topic that we discuss a lot and not everybody is so kind of detailed on it. So can you elaborate for us what's the difference between push and pull marketing, Dori?
So, and that's a very important business principle, actually, when it comes to marketing. A lot of people practice push marketing. They're sending out direct mail pieces. They're sending out emails. They're putting an ad in the paper. So it's all pushing messages out, right? And then they're hoping something will catch on. Where pull marketing is, to me, less expensive and more beneficial because you're attracting people to you. And the best way to practice pull marketing is by you improving your positioning. And how do we improve our positioning? By speaking, educating, doing videos.
The book writing seminar.
The book writing seminar. Those are the things that will make you the influential person, the go-to person, the expert in your community. And then people, because you are everywhere, people are going to notice and they're going to be drawn to you. Big difference. So you don't have to spend so much money pushing things on people. And think of it as dating too. If you have a guy that's pushing himself at you all the time, what do? You back up and you're like, I don't want this guy. But the ones that are being, you like, and you're being pulled towards them because you like them, it's much easier, right? You have that way with people. And that's what I want for you. I want you to be able to be such a celebrity in your community that people are drawn to you. So you can practice pull marketing rather than push marketing. Big difference between the two.
So Christina's typing in and she's like, Dori, are you saying that I should not be doing email blasts?
Not at all. You so can do email blasts. I'm talking about overall marketing and presence, right? Of course, we still send out email, but it's a marketing mix. That's really all it is. You have direct mail, emails,
social media,
billboards, social media, this and that. You have all these different marketing mix. But if you use video to put out there, then people are going to be drawn to you. That's really, it's so simple. It's logical, isn't it?
Absolutely. Well, and I think one thing is the structure of the emails, like doing a monthly newsletter and then kind of recapping like we have the ready to go for
Actually,
everyone.
You should tell everybody that's the Christmas present.
Oh yeah, totally. Thank you. So Dori, being so generous that she is, she's always giving something away here. So Dori has been so kind to give everyone 2 months of our ready to go e-news. Now, this is not any typical newsletter. We're giving you articles, images, a nice recipe, a note from you, recommended promotions, and it's really thought out about the month, what's happening. And that kind of really can go as far as all of your social media, your Facebook, your video, whatever that might be, to kind of keep people engaged.
Actually, they can take that ready to go and create a video out of it.
There you go.
They can just take it. It's already written out. You can just take it and create, literally do the note from you, just like I do my newsletters all the time.
Right.
They're all video, right? So you can stand up, you can read the article as a video, right? You can do your promotions as a video, the note from you, the wish for everybody for the month. It's amazing how you can multi-purpose.
So if you want to know
everything.
how you can get your hands on that, if you go to inspirationmanagement.com, we have our monthly newsletter. It's called our Inspiration Moments. And right there, if you'll view the one for December, Dori's giving you that opportunity and you can just register for it. So
Ho, ho, ho.
absolutely.
Where's our Santa hats?
Oh,
I can't
I think it's all
believe it.
these meetings today.
Oh, we have too
haven't-
many things today. We forgot our Christmas holidays. I had a whole little, we were doing the Christmas tree and I was
Yes.
wearing a little.
Our team came in and just was wondering, did elves come and decorate our tree for us over the weekend?
I'm a decorator. I love to decorate. I do everybody's Christmas trees for the holiday. I went and did my sister's. I did mine. I did the office. Well, she didn't. She did her own, but
Yeah.
I would have gone and done it.
I have 4 this year at my house. So quite a lot.
It's a lot of Christmas trees.
All right. So then let's talk about, Dori, you have a structure for everything. And anyone that follows you knows you have
Hallelujah.
structures and systems. So can you share with them how to ask for video testimonials and how to prepare their clients so that their video testimonials are effective?
That's a huge one right there. I love, love, love video testimonials. And if you don't have video testimonials already, you must start now. Seriously. Because again, when we're talking about positioning and we talked about differentiation in the last chapter and how to generate leads and all that. Well, if you really want to generate high paying clients, the best way to sell yourself is through your clients. So if your clients are standing there and saying how great you are, then people are going to see that as a great testimonial and they're going to also want to come and see you. So you really need to start asking for them. You know, we always laugh when I say this. Finally, somebody says, yeah, I want to do a testimonial for you. Then all of a sudden, oh, where's the camera? Oh, it's not charged. Oh, where's the cord for it?
Right.
And by the time you find all the things you need, you miss the opportunity. So you need to look like you're in the video business. So in your place somewhere, you need to have a video camera. I'm surrounded with video cameras right here. We're sitting in our studio, obviously. I have 4 cameras staring at me right now. But you need to have the camera already set up, even if it's an iPhone, I don't care, or an iPad. It needs to be set up in your lobby somewhere, and it needs to look like people do this all the time. So when you ask someone or they walk in and say, oh, what's that for? No, that's just so you can tell everybody about your experience with us, right? So it starts there. You have to be ready for the video testimonial. That's number 1. Number 2, we want the testimonials to be meaningful, right? So we want them to start with what was their concern? Why did they seek you out first? So that would be the first thing, that they looked high and low for someone for this particular treatment. So it should be, let's say they came in for fillers or Botox or whatever. Then they need to say, you know what? I was starting to look in the mirror and I was starting to look older. I decided maybe it's time for some Botox and fillers. So I went and searched everywhere and I found Sarah and her med spa and I decided to come in. And boy, am I glad I did, because I have had the best experience. I love the results that I got and I look so much younger right now. Thank you so much, Sarah at XYZ Med Spa. I totally recommend you because you have exceeded my expectations. That's what they need to be saying. So they search high and low, they had a problem, they found you, and they recommend you. And when you position them that way, then you have meaningful testimonials. As a matter of fact, you should take every objection that you usually get from clients, and then you should target the testimonials to overcome those objections. So if you're doing a consultation and somebody says, oh, I want to think about it, then you can pull out the I want to think about it testimonial, and it can say, oh, you know what? I searched high and low. I wanted to think about it. I delayed my decision. Boy, am I sorry. I could have been looking this much better that much sooner had I not took all the time to think about it. So I just overcame that objection with a video testimonial. So you just have to be smart about what objections you usually get and what testimonials do you want to help you overcome those objections so you can generate more sales.
And it's easy to show the clients. I mean, I know because I hear your verbiage all the time, but you can simply say, you know what, no worries. Let me introduce you to so-and-so who felt just like you.
Exactly.
That way they can see that video right away.
Exactly.
So I have to tell you, Bethany jumped in here and she's like, Dori, just so you know, I got the ready to go when you sent it out, and she cannot wait to send out her first newsletter. So that's going to be amazing.
Good. That's wonderful. We have a question?
We do. Elizabeth, she's asking about the video testimonials. Do you provide them with a script, or how do you guide them to give the proper testimonial?
That's a great question. So I would give them like a little index card with the 4 things I just mentioned. What was the concern? Why did you come to us? Why did you choose us? Right? And then what was your experience like? And would you recommend us? So it's 4 things. That's it that they have to do. That's really all about that. So if you want to overcome a certain objection, like to think about it, and you know this particular person took a while to make a decision, then you can say, okay, tell them how you found us, why did you choose us, why you delayed, and how you're sorry right now you delayed because you could have been looking that much better sooner, right? So everything is so thought out and purposeful, right? With your actions. We don't want just a testimonial, just to do a testimonial. Right. It should have a purpose that's going to help you improve your positioning and get you more sales, get you more clients.
And should they make their testimonial videos evergreen? We have a question about that, or should they try to make them specific to the seasons?
Well, first let's make them understand what evergreen is. Evergreen is like timeless. It's a testimonial that would last forever. Instead of saying, oh, it's 2020 and it's December, it's Christmas. So if you want it to be evergreen, that means there's no dates at all. It's just good forever. So if you want to do that with a testimonial, it really doesn't matter. It depends on how many testimonials you have. I much prefer do it by type than worry about, timelines. I would rather, like, we have leap ahead testimonials. We have book writing seminar testimonials. We have private coaching testimonials. We have mastermind member testimonials. So anything that Sarah is trying to share with a potential client is right there at her fingerprints. So if somebody says, oh, I'm not sure about this and I'm not sure about that, she says, okay, let me help you be sure. Listen to this. It just makes the whole process so much easier. It's all about videos. Come on, get those cameras out.
And not be shy. Like, it takes a couple of tries, right? We all know yours truly over here can jump in front of a camera and shoot it out. And I'm not so much like that yet.
Oh, you
but
are.
I'm getting there.
You're getting much better. It's funny because the mastermind members were here today and I taped the Meet the Expert show and they're like, what, you didn't even have a teleprompter. You just like off the cuff. You make it look so easy. It's just practice.
Right. And they were really like, one try, an hour, one try. And they're like, we would have needed 20 tries for an hour.
Yeah.
So, Dori, John has a question, is asking, what's the best way to structure a video that I'm doing for my clients?
Like an educational video?
I would think more an educational.
So it's funny because we were just talking about that too. I talked so much today, I can't talk anymore. My voice needs some rest. I've been nonstop. The structure for a video actually is very simple. You need a problem, right? So what is it that we're trying to sell? Usually there's a problem that people want. So there's usually a problem. Then you have a solution, which is usually a treatment or a product, right? Then you might want to do some proof, like what we were just talking about with the testimonials. Then you need an offer and a call to action. So there's 5 steps to your video structure. And those of you who are with us and are members, we have a video training on the private member page where you can go and actually watch it. But there is a structure, there is a system, there's a process to doing effective videos. And if you have that structure, then it becomes easier. Now, if you're doing educational videos, so what I just shared with you is a quick little promotional video. Maybe you want to promote a treatment or a product or highlight a case study or something like that, you can do that. But if you want to do an educational video, then you should go watch some of the Dori talks on YouTube, and you can just follow my format. How I usually start my educational videos is, again, with a challenge that people might be having, right? So what are the challenges? I just did it. They use the same model with Meet the Experts with Stephen. So our topic was virtual events, how to host unique and profitable virtual events. So I started with the challenge. What are the challenges that people have with virtual events? So I started with that. And then I gave them the solution. Then I gave an offer because Stephen is giving a special membership price to all of our community for the virtual platform. And then we had the call to action, where to go and buy it. So we provided a solution to a problem that everybody has. We told them what the solution is. We showed them how it can apply to them. So I did it business to business. You're just going to do it business to consumer, but it's the same model. You notice, if you've been in my community for a while, I start every webinar with the same thing: challenge, the solution, case studies. Usually I put success stories in there. Then I make an offer and the call to action.
Right.
And that's it.
Very simple.
When you know it.
When you know it, right?
You need the blueprint.
Correct.
Right? And what I'm sharing with you are things that, believe me, I made enough mistakes. We've all made mistakes, but now I perfected the system and the angle, and I know what really works. As a matter of fact, Stephen just texted me. We had a ton of people already signed up for the virtual events. So good for him, right? And it's something that I did for him to help him and to help our clients. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show everybody how to host effective virtual events using the V-Unite platform. So if you want to know more about that, by the way, it's v-unite.com. And it's a great platform to do virtual events, especially now.
Yeah. And we've had a lot of mastermind members of ours that are going to use that.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
And we use it too.
I'm gonna make it mandatory.
There you go. So Dori, James is asking, are video testimonials better than written testimonials?
You should have both, because there's a time for each one. We have books and books of written testimonials. But in addition to that, like during the Leap Ahead seminar or any seminar that we did in person, we always passed out this guest book that people wrote in it. And then after they write, I had my videographer there, and Craig would be soliciting everybody for video testimonials. So we got both. You should always do everything you can to get it in every way possible.
Right. And from my side of it, because I do, help with people building websites, and marketing is something that's passionate to me. When you add the written part of the testimonials to your website, it adds organic SEO, because those are keywords that people are looking for. So, and you'll see on ours, we have written and video. So it adds a lot of value to see. So perfect. So Amanda's asking, one thing you talk about is an offer, Dori, and the call to action. Can you give us some tips on what's the best way to do this? Because true, you have to have the right call to action and offer.
I have to tell you, probably the biggest mistake people make when they make an offer and call to action is they just send them to the website. And then they have to go find what you're talking about. So one of the biggest advice I can give you is that you should have landing pages where people can go to take advantage of the offers, so they're not getting lost in the mix. So just an example of an offer, it could be a gift with purchase, it could be doing the consultation, they pay for it, but then you give them credit towards the purchase. It could be any type of a membership promotion that you have going on, where if you join the membership now, you also get XYZ. So an offer is supposed to be enticing enough to get them to take action now. So it needs to be combined with urgency. So like today, when we did the V-Unite webinar, for example, Stephen gave all of our community members a very special price. So we're not going to keep that open forever, or he's not, I should say. So what we're going to do is, you know, those who sign up like this week, because we're going to send out the video to everybody again, those who sign up this week get to have it for only $99 a month or $249 a month, depending on which plan they get. So that's urgency. When you put a deadline on something, then it's forcing people to take action now. And you make the offer enticing enough and appealing enough that they want to take advantage of it and take the action. So if you take them to a landing page, right? So you're doing the offer, they go to the landing page while you're speaking or while you're doing the video, and people will start taking action to buy whatever you want them to buy from the landing page. So that's the best way to do offers and call to action.
So Peter has a question, Dori. He's confused on the landing page. He's saying, are you telling me not to just send them to the website, any page? Say, I want to talk about Coolsculpting. Should I just send them to the Coolsculpting page on my website?
If it has the offer that you're just talking about.
Right.
Don't just send them to the regular page, because then there's a disconnect. I come to this page, but then where's the offer? How do I buy it? So you just lost me again. So you can send them to that page if you want, but you need to adjust it to match the offer.
Right. And usually we recommend the landing page because you can track, right, the effectiveness of your marketing. So if you're running a Facebook ad, you can do a little pixel to see if that's working for you.
Now you're getting sophisticated.
I know.
They probably don't know what you're talking about. So what she's talking about is retargeting marketing, right? So let's say you do the landing page. You go into Facebook in the ad manager, there's a code that you can get. Again, you don't need to get technical. You should have somebody doing that for you. I certainly don't do it. She probably knows it better than me. So anyway, you take that, what they call a pixel, which is the code, you put it on the landing page. Let's say I made an offer and somebody goes to the landing page, but then they don't take any action and they leave. Well, you just got my footprint. You got my IP address. So now I can go back into Facebook and I can tell my ad manager, anybody that came to the landing page and did not purchase, send them another ad, right? So that's retargeting the people that came to the page, but maybe they need a little extra push. Right. So now we can probably convert, because some people need to see you 2 times or 3 times or 4 times before they buy. And that's what the key about landing pages is. But then you can put a pixel on every page of your website if you want. So you can track and do retarget marketing to all the different ones.
Yeah, perfect. So let's transition. I know we just talked about some landing pages and Facebook. So can I ask you, what's the best way to
how
optimize?
Come this doesn't have Camus in it? What's up with that?
I know.
How come I'm drinking water? Isn't it happy?
A little.
Isn't it happy
We're
hour?
getting there. So Dori, can you tell us what's the best way to optimize a video? Transitioning back to videos here for a sec.
Or optimization for your YouTube channel. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. So there is an art for that. And you know what? We keep improving, because my goal is to have 100,000 subscribers here quickly. So you better go subscribe and ring the bell and tell your friends if they're in the business, they need to also subscribe. But I have to tell you, with YouTube, again, it's a search engine. So there is a lot that goes into optimizing a video. You don't want just to do a video and then put it up there and then not have any description below it, not have a good thumbnail indicating what the video is all about, not having a signature on the bottom that has all your website, all the information you talked about during the video should have links underneath the video for easy access. ways for you to invite people to subscribe to your channel. I mean, we can do a
Right.
whole webinar just
this.
on how to optimize your YouTube channel. But there is, I mean, it's endless. You want eyeballs on the videos. That's the most important thing. And if your videos are not going to get seen, that's not going to help you very much.
So Tiffany is asking Dori, if they shoot a video, should they just put the raw footage on their website, or are you recommending that they actually put it on YouTube or somewhere else to show it? What's the benefit of that?
Well, it should always be living on YouTube.
Okay.
And then you can blast it everywhere else.
Multi-purpose.
Unless, of course, you did like an Instagram live. You can always, do stuff like that still, which is no problem. But if I'm going to take the time to do a video, I'm good. Like right now, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Zoom, and YouTube, right? So we're already doing all these platforms. So you could do the same thing. That way you're maximizing your reach and you will be everywhere. And that's what we want for you. We want you to be everywhere.
So Megan is asking, how do I become an influencer and how do I scale to get the followers? They don't have anyone following them for videos. So no one's going to see it.
Yeah. Well, again, the more you do it, the more
more
reach you're going to get. I mean, just because you did 1 or 2 videos does not mean that you're it now. You just have to keep doing them. Like I remember we were just talking about this. I remember when I did my first video. It's like, years ago. But you have to keep doing it. If you want to be an influencer, you have to keep putting out content. You need to be telling people what you stand for, how you help them, how you impact the community, how you transform people's lives, the difference that you make. Just like I do. I do the same thing, but for business people like yourself. You don't see me hiding in the corner somewhere. I'm out there. I'm speaking. I'm sharing knowledge and wisdom and insight. All the things that I'm great at, I'm sharing. And you need to do the same thing. When you start sharing in a way like this with videos, people are going to know who you are. And if you're consistent, that's the key. Because most people do it for a little while. And I have to say one thing about me. What would you say is like the number one thing?
Consistency.
I am just so consistent. When I start something, I stick with it. Like our newsletter is a perfect example. On the 1st of each month, we have published our newsletter for the last 10 years. 10 years. So that's influencing.
And she doesn't care if it's a hurricane.
I don't care.
That newsletter is going out.
It's going out. The 1st of each month. So you've got to be consistent. Once people are used to what you do and how you help them, they're going to be looking for that information. Right. And the more consistent you are, the better off you're going to be. But if you just start something and then forget about it, give up. Right. You should never give up. Keep doing it.
Yeah. And in your book, if I remember, you talked about marketing their videos, right? Mm-hmm. And using them. So what would you give some suggestions on how to actually market the videos? Can they market from YouTube? How should they do that?
Yes, you can do actually campaigns. Mm-hmm. You can do campaigns on Facebook. You can do campaigns on YouTube, on Instagram. So if you have a one good video that you tested and you made sure it converts into whether it's generating leads, it's converting into sales, it's giving you great positioning, it's a good video. Then you need to take that video. You need to send out an email blast about it with the video in it. You need to make a post about it on social media. You need to post it on LinkedIn. LinkedIn actually is a place that a lot of people forget about. The Instagram, the Facebook, all these things. You can send it to your business to business partners. Like we do this all the time, where we take a featured article that I videotape and we send it to all of our joint business to business folks. So there are so many things that you can do with that video. You can post it on your website. It's endless. One thing, Tara, what drives me crazy is the lack of people making commitment to doing videos. I've been talking this talk for years, And it burns my, you know what, actually, that not more people are doing that. I don't know what's wrong with you. What is wrong with you? You need to start. You need to start now, because you will kick ass. You will beat your competition. They'll be like behind you in your dust. That's what you want. Start doing them. Come on.
When I think this morning we had someone in the mastermind meeting, we were talking about consultations, and they said, you know what? They just bit the bullet, created a consultation room, put the consultation system in place. And now she's like, they are booking consultations like crazy. And she had told me that they're averaging 1,200 per consultation. Now, this is a smaller place, but that just proves that if you just do something that you're saying, it comes back. Even if you're just doing one thing. And that's what she did. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to put one thing in place. And that was the consultation. Yeah. So if they have a great consultation and they're ready to put videos in place, that's all they have to do is focus on videos. Simple as that, right?
You will be rocking and rolling, I'm telling you.
So I want to mention something here, or have you mention it. Now, I know how all of your videos start, right? We start with that hook. How can you tell our audience how to best grab their audience attentions to have them continue watching the video with the hook?
The hook is usually the problem that we talked about earlier. And usually you want to grab their attention. And usually it's a good question. Like, are you tired of dealing with acne? Are you tired of having your weight go up and down like yo-yo? Are you looking in the mirror and not liking your reflection because there's all kinds of fine lines and wrinkles? Those are all hooks. They're like grabbing their attention. Like you, are you tired of not making money in your business? Or are you ready to step up into 7 and 8 figures in your business? Those are hooks. Usually they're pain points that people have that you need to address via your treatments or your products, right? That's really what a hook is. And the reason you want to do that with videos, because people are so quick with their finger, right? So they're going to be on YouTube and you come on. If you start with an introduction and blah, 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 they're gone. They have no time. So, but if you start right away with a hook, with a problem that they have, then they're going to, oh, well, I have that problem. I need to keep listening. So then you introduce yourself. So are you tired of acne and looking for clear, beautiful skin? Stay tuned. I'm Dori Soukup, founder of InSPAration Management. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can have absolutely amazing skin. And here's how. And then you tell me. Right. So I just did a hook. I started my video and I told you that I have a solution. And now I get to tell them the solution. Yes.
I have a question. Samantha said, how long should these videos be?
Oh, it depends on the video that you're making. Right. So they could be as little as seconds, a minute, or as much as if you're doing a webinar or an educational event, it could be 20 minutes, half an hour. The one I did today was an hour. So it depends on what the topic is. They could vary. You should have all kinds of videos, by the way. Short ones, small ones, medium ones. You should have all kinds of videos and see what is that sweet spot for your audience. Because you're going to see the ones that are going to get viewed a lot are going to be that magical time zone that you need. Great question.
Oh, I can't wait. So Dori, Tiffany said earlier, you mentioned 10xing her business and that you were doing it with their mastermind members. And she's like, I want to know more. Do I have to be a member to get into the 10x success? Can you tell them what the 10x is for?
Yeah. So during the middle of the coronavirus, after I came back from New York in February and was sicker than a dog, I was sitting home. I didn't know whether I had the coronavirus or not. I still don't. But anyway, I was sick. And it was right when everything was happening in New York City. So anyway, I came home and one of the books I had written, I had bought, actually it's right here because we were just going over it, is the 10X Rule by Grant Cordon. So I read this book and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I already do this. I've 10X my business over and over and over, and I 10X my results over and over and over. But anyway, I had this idea that I wanted to share this make it our goal for 2021 for all of our members and including us to 10x our business.
Right.
So the whole mastermind meeting for today and tomorrow is all about making a plan on how to 10x our business. So I'm super excited.
Yeah. And Tiffany, for you to find out exactly the benefits of being a mastermind member, you can go to inspirationmanagement.com, and on the very top, you're going to see our membership, and you can go down. It's called our Flying High. So yes, our members are flying high to success in 2021.
We've already decided what jets we want to buy, what yachts we're having, what vacations we want to go on.
That's right.
But you know, and it's so doable. That's the amazing thing. I mean, I already shared some things today that they had so many aha moments with, like, oh my gosh, you know what? I need to do that. That could definitely make a difference in my revenue generation. And literally, we're going to come up with a plan on how to do this. Now, if you're not a member already and you're interested in it, it is videotaped. I had my producers here today, videographer, and it is going to be on the private member page. So even if you join now, it's not like you miss out. You're going to have the video for it.
We have a couple of different people asking, what is the book name again?
It's called The 10X Rule. It's by Grant Cardone. The 10X Rule. He's a beast. I thought I was a beast. He's beaster.
He's beaster. Oh my gosh, Dori, you're too funny. So I just wanted to recap. I know we started off with some amazing things that we have coming up, Dori, and we're getting close here. So let's share about the Millionaire Circle and tell them the difference between Leap Ahead. I have someone say, well, I joined the Leap Ahead. Should I do the Millionaire Circle?
Yes,
can you just share a little bit of details on that?
Sure. So the Leap Ahead is going like A to Z, how to run a business effectively. So we talk about, you know, operations, finance, team building, guest experience, the whole ball wax, where the Millionaire Circle is strictly focused on marketing. And it's all about marketing to the affluent, the people that have your money. This is one thing he talks about. Who's got my money? I'm going to go after the people who have my money, because money is out there. You just have to go get it. So who's got your money? And that's really what the Millionaire Circle is all about. I'm going to be sharing with you how to market yourself, which, by the way, this is part of it. Videos is definitely part of marketing to the affluent, because the affluent likes to deal with the best. And when you are everywhere and you have a great reputation, the affluent people are going to be attracted to you. There's no doubt about it. So I'm going to teach you how to ease the process and how to attract the affluents to come to you, so you are able to 10x your business, because you're not going to 10x your business doing discounts and selling Botox for $10 a unit. That's not going to happen. Don't join this club if that's where you are. No. Because that's not what I'm about.
Well, and I love that we actually had brand new members joining us today.
We had
person.
Well, we should tell them who was here.
Why not?
So we have an ex-NBA player that is part of our Flying High membership, and we should post that picture. So I took a picture. This was my first time meeting him, because he's a brand new member, and they came to the meeting. So he played for the Sonics, and was it the Nets? Who did I say? The Sonics was So he's 7 feet tall, and I'm 5'1". So we took a picture. We have to post it. Post it tomorrow.
And and he had to keep ducking every door
doors,
frame.
Like every door frame he had to duck.
And Lord knows if it was me, I'd be walking around with goose eggs all the time. But I guess when you're that tall, you remember just to naturally duck.
And he's so handsome.
But the nice thing is, Dori, is they're brand new members. They're opening up a beautiful place. We're doing all their branding for them. And when I talked to them last week, they're like, we would be crazy not to be there for the mastermind membership, because why not start off on the right foot? And they're ready to already 10x their business, and they're not even open yet.
Yeah, no.
So that's the nice thing about our mastermind membership is we have members that have been members for years and years.
And did you notice how when we were talking about goal setting and how to 10x their goals, and when we were going around, we were making goals for their lifestyle. I mean, these are people that are already super successful.
Right.
I mean, I've been to their homes. They live in $1 million homes. I've been to their businesses. Absolutely amazing. I mean, it's like, how much more do you want? But, you know, they all found more things they wanted. And you know what was the most moving part for me? Is the charitable things they wanted to do. And that's part of their success path, is not only did they want the better lifestyle, even beyond what they already have, but they also wanted to give back. And that's really what I'm all about. And that's what, you know, when you give back, things come back.
Right. So Dori, I want to share at the end of every chapter, you have your shortcuts to success. So I want to share that with our members. And then before we do that, the Millionaire Circle, for those that are asking, if you go to our website, you'll see that there as well. But it is starting in February. So there's definitely time to reserve your spot on our virtual event. And it's going to be broken down into 4 days, and you'll see all those details right online. But don't forget, we are giving away 1 ticket. And in order to get entered for that complimentary or that free ticket, you need to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You need to go and share our social media, follow us on all of our social media platforms,
comment,
to get engaged, comment, share,
tell
like,
us, give us reviews.
Yes.
And if you bought my book on Amazon, you really should go give me a review. We need more reviews. I need your help. So please go and share. Look how much I shared. Can you take 1 minute to go on Amazon and leave me a review? I just gave you 1 hour of free information. So please go leave us a review.
Not only that, but most people you gave the book away
That's
for free
right.
as
We
well.
gave, or $1 for a while,
$1.
right? Come on, come on. Let me feel the love, you guys. Give me thumbs up. Come on.
Amen. All right. So those shortcuts to success for videos are: gather all the filming tools you need. Like she said, they're so simple to get, and have them ready. Create a shoot list. Start by filming 60 seconds videos, which are good testimonial videos, right? Initially post them on Facebook and Instagram. Now we also want to share them onto YouTube.
We have all of the hearts coming in line.
There we go.
Oh, again and again.
Thank you.
Again.
But love us with reviews,
Yes.
not just hugs and love here.
And if you haven't yet, make sure you create a YouTube channel.
That's right.
We come across so many people that don't even have a YouTube channel. So, and then create 1 professionally done video that you can put on the homepage of your website. This is a good starting list, Dori.
Yes, very good.
And the nice thing is that it can be so easily done. They just have to do it.
Get going.
Yes. So next week, we're talking about generating sales, and more sales. And I think funny part is we actually talked about that today during the mastermind meeting. We kind of got off into that.
That's what
topic.
It's all about. Actually, we're going to continue a lot more about sales tomorrow.
But it's interesting how today's chapter and next 2 weeks from now, chapter is all going into the same thing.
Very good.
So, well, I'm super excited that we got to do another book gathering with
this
Dori.
This is our last one for December,
This
right?
is our last one for December.
So
yes.
we will be starting again in January to continue. So I want to wish everybody a great holiday season. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Let's 10X together in 2021. That's what I'm challenging all my members to do this coming year, including myself and my team. Let's 10X together. God bless. And until next time, stay inspired. Bye, everybody. All right.
I'm surprised you still have a voice.
It's disappearing quickly.